Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Chill Out Podcast. I'm actually really vibing with this drink. Like, it's a tie between a smoothie or like this. And I'm really, really vibing with matcha. Like, I'm not even kidding. So I'm trying the car thing out again. Fingers crossed that I'm able to chill in my comfortable space, aka my car.
Okay.
Something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. Your partner should be your best friend. Period. And I don't mean in like a we wear matching Christmas pajamas and like finish each other's sentences kind of way. Although honestly, obsessed, if that is you, I mean, having a best friend that you feel safe being your weirdest self with. Like, they've like seen you ugly cry, you can laugh uncontrollably with them, and you can like eat a box of cereal in front of them and they're like thinking you're the best thing ever. For the longest time, I was addicted to like emotionally unavailable men. Like, if you were hot, mysterious, and said, I'm not looking for anything serious right now, after literally like trauma dumping your entire life story on like the second date, like, you were definitely my guy if that was your vibe. Why? I don't know. Probably because I'm an anxious attachment girly with a sprinkle of like self-abandonment issues and a fear of actual intimacy. Super cute combo, right? I'm kidding. I'm like totally working on that. Okay, so like don't judge me. But seriously, something about chasing someone who doesn't fully choose you makes your brain think that you're winning when they do give you literal crumbs. If you replied LOL to my text within 2 hours instead of 5, oh my gosh, he cares. He told me I looked good after ignoring me all week. This like must be love, right? No, babe. That's delusion. That's like your inner child begging for breadcrumbs and like calling it a meal. I was so caught up in like trying to prove my worth to people who weren't even trying to see me. And what's wild is sometimes I think I picked those guys on purpose because deep down, if they were like really never in, I never had to be either. It was like a built-in safety net. Like, I could say I was trying without actually risking too much of my heart. And then my first real relationship, the first time I let myself believe it was actually safe to love someone and like be yourself around someone. And I genuinely thought like he was my forever, like the kind of love that makes you imagine like growing old with someone or like traveling the world with someone and arguing over like what to order for dinner until like you're both like 90. But like that ended and I'm still learning like how to hold space for that grief. Like, some days I feel like totally fine. I can talk about him like a chapter I've already finished reading. Other days, the sadness hits out of nowhere. I'm just being honest. Like, I'll see something we used to laugh at or hear a song that we used to be like driving down, listening to with the windows down from the beach. And like suddenly like my heart starts to like skip a beat and my like chest like tightens like it's just something that happened yesterday. And like accepting that something so real and deep still wasn't enough, like that's a hard pill to swallow, okay? I've been saying I'm never getting married a lot lately, and I kind of was like not keen to do this episode because I was thinking to myself, okay, like I don't want to say that because I feel like manifestation is a real thing, and like what if I don't get married? It's obviously something that I do want because maybe it's because like I seek stability a lot in life. When it comes to marriage, it's not that I don't want it. You know, when you're like so in love with someone, you just want to be with them forever. So I like the idea of marriage. I just personally don't know if it's something that is for me. I don't know. It comes with a lot of like trust in the person in a way. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. And also I don't know if I'm ever going to find someone that I like vibe with again. I hope I do. Like, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I hope I do. But I definitely respect marriage. And if I do ever get married, like, it's something that I would take very seriously and it's something that I would respect a lot. So it would need to be someone that I'm fully in with and that I fully trust and actually want to be with. And obviously coming out of like a really long-term relationship with someone that you thought would be like your forever and someone that you thought you would like eventually maybe marry or like at least be with them for like the rest of your life, and then that not being your reality anymore, it's definitely like a hard pill to swallow and like something that's very difficult to like accept. But it gets easier every day. yeah, I just feel like I might never get married, okay? Like half as a joke, half because I actually believe it. Because like if that didn't work out, like if someone who saw me, knew me, loved me, still chose to walk away, then like what chance does anyone have? And also like in my past experiences with men is I've been with guys that almost turn you into someone that you don't want to be. Like I don't want to be feeling like I need to check your phone because I have had instances where guys like try and hook up with you and have sex with you and then they are literally DMing like multiple girls. And I've literally found that out. And that's something that is so hurtful. And I'm someone that values loyalty so much. I don't know why it's a foreign concept for a lot of people in life, the term loyalty, but I take it very seriously, okay? When you're in a relationship with someone, that's what you want. And I've just had like bad situations where I feel like I've never been able to trust a guy fully. Like, sure, initially you like jump all in, you like trust them, and then as time goes by, they start breaking your trust, okay? It sucks, it's humiliating, and it's like so hurtful because you like are almost in like shock because you don't expect people to be that way. It's so crazy. But anyways, back to your normal scheduled programming before I was ranting off. That for me is something that I value a lot. And to be real, I've never really had a good track record with guys, as I've mentioned. Most of the time I've ended up with people who didn't really treat me well. Obviously my last relationship was different. Not every relationship is perfect, but he definitely treated me way better than the guy before. And most of the time I've like ended up with people who just talk to girls behind my back, who like are literally liking other girls' bikini pictures on Instagram and then acting like they're all like into me and stuff. And it's like, what is wrong with you? Honestly. Listen. This sounds like so pick me, I'm just gonna say it, but I grew up with brothers, right? So I feel more comfortable around guys. I'm definitely a girl's girl, like for sure. But what I'm saying is like I'm comfortable around guys. If I have to meet someone for the first time, I'm not initially being like, oh my gosh, I want to date them. It's more like, oh my gosh, like let's be friends. Like because it's so comfortable for me because I grew up with 3 boys. So basically like I get how a guy thinks, okay? I know what you guys are thinking when you're like looking at a girl or like looking around or looking on Instagram. Like I know, I get it. Most guys, because you actually do get decent ones. But when you're like with someone, it's not cool to like a bunch of girls in bikinis. If you have a girlfriend, I'm sorry, that's like really inappropriate. I mean, maybe I'm naive still, okay, at this age. It's not that hard to be a decent person. It's not that hard to be a nice person, okay? So I just honestly don't get it. So yes, I've been in situations with guys who say all the right things, but they never follow through. Guys who just wanted the convenience of me, not the commitment. And it's made me jaded, like deeply jaded. I question every guy's intentions now. I get suspicious when someone is too nice because it feels like a trick. It's like, why are you being consistent? Why are you being so nice? What do you want from me? Why are you buying me flowers? And I hate that. Like, I don't want to live my life constantly anticipating betrayal, especially from someone that you want to be vulnerable around and you want to be yourself around. And like, sometimes I'm a bit silly, okay? I'm a silly girl and I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. So if I feel like I can't be that way with you, then it's just not gonna work and I can't live life like that. And when you like grow up watching people leave, whether it's friendships, whether it's like your parents splitting up, whether it's anything, okay, it wires your brain to sort of expect abandonment. So you sort of like think it's normal to be left, and that messes with your self-worth so deeply. I've learned that I have an anxious attachment style, maybe anxious avoidant, depending on the day, which basically means I crave connection, but I'm also terrified of it at the same time. Like, I want someone to love me deeply, but also please don't get too close. Because if you leave, and you probably will, like, I need to be ready. So I always tend to like keep one foot out the door. Self-sabotage, but like, let's make it romantic. And modern dating like doesn't help. Okay, everyone's got options. It's all swipes and situationships and soft launches and talking stages that last longer than my last relationship. Like everything feels disposable. No one wants to choose. And honestly, I'm tired. And I'm not saying you need to go out, you need to literally like go on a date with someone and oh my gosh, they need to be the one. Oh my gosh, sparks need to fly. Oh my gosh, it needs to feel so good. No, that's not what I'm saying. Obviously, it's good to go out there, experiment, see what's your vibe and what you kind of like gravitate towards and like, because you need to like try different things if that's your vibe. But what I mean by trying to form new connections is like, don't be a shady little thing, okay? Be upfront about your intentions. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to compete for someone's attention. I don't want to prove I'm cool enough or chill enough, hot enough. I just want to be me and still be chosen. I'm tired of like trying to chase people who never choose me. Like, you don't even understand how much I'm over it right now. Okay? I'm so over it. Okay, so let's talk about attachment styles. So something I used to think only therapists and people who read too much self-help content, aka me, talked about, until I realized like I am one of those people now. Okay. Once I learned about attachment styles, everything made sense. And I highly recommend you reading up so that you're able to see what type of attachment style you are. And honestly, understanding mine has explained so much about the kind of love I've chased and the kind of chaos I've called normal. I have what they call an anxious attachment style, with like a sprinkle of avoidant, just to keep things extra spicy, which basically means I crave closeness and connection. But the second I get too close, I start panicking, not because I don't want love, but because I don't fully believe it's going to stay. And I honestly hate that. I've noticed this pattern where I'll meet someone, get a little bit of attention, and then immediately feel this urge to prove I'm worthy of staying. Like I'll shrink myself just to make the connection last longer. I'll overlook red flags because I'm scared of being abandoned again. I'll stay in situationships where I'm clearly not being chosen because at least being half loved feels better than being alone, right? And when my last relationship ended, the one that I thought was going to last literally forever because I love this person so much, when it ends, I found myself trying to prove why I'm worthy of being loved by this person and trying to remind them of all of the amazing times we had together and all of this. And I was just I'm looking back right now and thinking about it. And I feel sorry for that girl because that is not the type of person that I want to be. That's not healthy to do either. You should never have to prove your worth to someone. If someone doesn't choose you, you don't choose them. You walk away and you move on. Okay, and that's a realization that I had to come to. It's a trap because that version of love, it keeps you in a cycle of never feeling secure. And when you're used to people leaving or like half showing up for you, it wires your brain to expect inconsistency, which is where the avoidant part kicks in. So if someone actually does show up for me, like, genuinely sees me and wants to stay, I like freak out. I start looking for the exit because part of me still believes love is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to hurt a little. It's supposed to be like a game. And then, of course, you throw in modern dating into the mix. It's chaos. Like actual emotional whiplash. Like you've got apps where you can swipe through hundreds of people like you're browsing shoes. Everyone's talking to 5 different people at once just to see where things go. People ghost, breadcrumb, orbit, soft launch, hard launch, delete, and reappear like it's a game of emotional hide and seek. Like no one wants to define anything. Everyone's scared of vulnerability, but also craving connection. Like it's so wild. And another thing about, why I take relationships really seriously and why I want to take my time when getting back out there again is because when it comes to sex too, sex to me is something that is very sacred. It's a very sacred thing. And I'm a very affectionate person when I'm in love. That type of energy is very vulnerable. And I don't just want to give that to like anyone, if you know what I mean. Okay, being sexual and having sex and being that vulnerable with someone is so special because it's another extension of who you are. It's like a very personal side of who you are. And to me, I only want to share that with someone that deserves it. Like you're always competing with the next best option. Like the second you're not entertaining enough or cool enough or emotionally detached enough, you'll be replaced by someone hotter and less emotionally complex. I hate how hyper aware I've become of everything. You know, who they follow, who they're liking posts from. If they're, I'm just not ready excuses, actually just code for I'm keeping my options open. I don't want to be the girl who like spirals over an Instagram story, but it's hard not to. When you've been burned by people who seemed into you, but were also DMing like other girls behind your back while trying to hook up with you in real life. Like, I do not want to be that person. I feel like I'm a very calm, understanding, chill person by nature in general. But I feel like when you have proven to me that you can't be trusted, I feel like I can never go back from that because I value loyalty so much. So when you prove to me that I can't trust you and you're starting to turn me into this person that it like spirals or overthinks about like what you're doing, who you're talking to, I don't want to be that person. So when someone makes me feel like that, that to me is a red flag and a bye-bye.
Wait, why?
Wait, why not?
Okay, wait, no.
It's for sure hard to unlearn this stuff when your past experiences have taught you that people don't always mean what they say, that they can call you beautiful and still lie to your face, that they can miss you and still disappear. So yes, dating in this era, it's like trying to heal your abandoned wounds while also playing emotional dodgeball. You're trying to stay open, stay hopeful, stay available, but also protect yourself from like the next emotionally unavailable guy with good hair and a mysterious past. And sometimes I genuinely wonder if I'm built for this. But maybe that's exactly why I'm done chasing anything that doesn't feel safe. Maybe I'm finally learning that I don't have to perform to be loved. I don't have to be a version of myself that I'm not just to make you feel good or to like get you to like me. I'm not giving up on real connection. I'm just being way more honest about what I actually need, which is like safety, consistency, friendship, loyalty, because love should feel like coming home after a hard day's work and sitting on the couch and having a glass of wine. Okay, it should feel comforting and safe and cozy. How being loved by your partner should feel like being loved by like your best friend. Not this like intense, exhausting push and pull dynamic, but like peace. Like coming home after a long day and knowing someone's there waiting to ask you like, how did it go? Someone who makes you laugh when you're spiraling, someone who gets you, like really gets you and still stays. And someone who likes to watch the same movies as you, okay? Like, who doesn't love a good Martin Lawrence movie? Come on. That's why I sort of wanted to really dive into this topic, because even though I do value marriage and it's something that, you know, I do kind of want, I don't feel like it's for me. And maybe that'll change over time. I have no idea. Like, our emotions ebb and flow. It's different every single day. But right now, I honestly don't think I'll ever get married. And that's just something that I'm being honest about. And you know what? It is what it is. Like, maybe I won't get married or maybe I will. But either way, I'm just done chasing people who make me feel like I have to shrink to be loved. I'm done romanticizing the chaos. Like, I want the best friend, the soft landing, like the kind of love that feels like me being fully unapologetically me and someone looking at that and saying, yes, exactly her. Because when love is also friendship, I feel like that's when it's the good stuff. Because who doesn't want a partner that is your best friend? Like, let's normalize our partners being our best friend, okay? If you're going through like a heartbreak or questioning love, or you just feel like no one chooses you ever in life, I totally see you. I've been there, but you have to remember that you are not unlovable. You're just learning what real love actually looks like. And spoiler alert, it's about choosing yourself. No matter what you go through, or no matter how you're feeling in this moment, if you're feeling alone or you feel like no one really chooses you or accepts you, you will find that person. But it starts with first accepting yourself. And I know that sounds super cheesy and so like Pinterest vibes, but it's so true. When you start to really say no to things that no longer serve you and you start to choose yourself, I'm not even lying to you guys, but you look around and things start working in your favor. It's such a weird thing how the universe works. I strongly believe that the universe rewards the brave. So when you start stepping into the unknown, which usually is choosing yourself and saying no to everything else that is literally keeping you back, it opens up new opportunities. You meet new people, you have new experiences, you feel good again. And one day, after all of those dark heartbreak clouds dissipate, the sun will shine again, okay? And you can take my word for that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. As always, I love chilling out with you. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on YouTube. And also follow and subscribe on Apple and Spotify and Amazon Music. Also, I have a blog. It's called The Ward Method. And look, guys, instead of going full feral in the forest, okay, read my blog. It's a laid back, no BS guide to living a non-toxic life, okay? And there's some really fun content on there, so go check it out, please. I love hanging out with you, and I hope you guys have an awesome weekend and an amazing week. I love you. Chase your dreams. Bye.